Hi guys, welcome. Julie here. Today I am going to be doing a little bit of a birthday book haul slash comic book haul. So I'm really excited to show you guys what I have stopped holding back on getting and have finally purchased. Using my birthday as an excuse was really what I needed apparently. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the books. So the first book we have is going to be Letters from a Stoic. This is a Penguin classic. I read a little bit of this on Kindle and I probably had only finished the introduction and a little bit more, but I liked it enough to get it. And it's a book that I've had my eye on for quite a bit, but I was looking for a used edition, but none of them really seemed acceptable for the price they were asking, so I just opted to buy a new one, and I'm really happy I did. Next up, I got East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I knew I was always gonna want to read this book, so I got it. I was just going back and forth on what edition I wanted to go ahead and read it from, and I opted for the Centennial edition. The only thing is it has the weird edges. I do not like that, but apparently those are done on purpose. Like, I think it's like meant to look like that, like they like it looking like that. I always thought it was like some weird like editing thing that they just like didn't like shave down or something like that, but it's done on purpose, which okay, I can respect. Yeah, I don't know much about this book and I am gonna go into this blindly. I don't really know much about it other than it follows two families through generations, and other than that I'm completely in the dark, which I don't mind being in, so yeah. Next up, I got another copy of Speak by Laura House Anderson. This is a book that I had given away my copy of and I really wanted it back, but I didn't want to ask for it back, so I just got myself a new one. And yeah, this is about a young girl who unfortunately has like some sexual violence done towards her, and she is after the fact learning how to find her voice, and I think it's really powerful. And when I had read it, I really just felt so heavy for the character, and yeah, I wasn't really ready to let her go. So my new physical copy. Next up we have Superheroes, Movies, and the State: How the U.S. Government Shapes Cinematic Universes. This is by Teresa Jenkins and Tom Sector. This is a book that I had seen somebody doing a video about, and the way she was talking about it made it so interesting and made me want to like learn more about the topic. And essentially this is about how the U.S. government uses superhero movies to push an agenda, and how everybody should kind of be aware of that. So yeah. Last books I'm gonna go ahead and do together. These were both gifted to me and they are so beautiful. It's gonna be The Odyssey and the Iliad by Homer. They are the pretty penguin covers and I am so obsessed with them. I think they are so beautiful. And yeah, I've read the Odyssey. I have not read the Iliad, but I'm really excited to read it from this little cute, pretty, fancy edition. So yes. Alright guys, those are all my books. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to comics. And man, oh man, I really did not hold back. Okay, so let me go ahead and start off with these three, and they are going to be the Barbara Gordon Breakout comics. So I had read the first one and I decided to go ahead and get the next 3 because they were just there in the comic book store, and I feel weird when I see like the other issues out and I just pick up like the one I'm like gonna read next. So I'd rather just stock up on all of them. So yeah, I don't know much about Barbara Gordon as like her own character in comics. I usually only read her through the eyes of other people's comics, but I'm really excited to just like continue reading her series. It's pretty cool actually, and I really like her personality, and she's totally a badass. So yeah, I'm really excited and happy I got these. Next up, I got Teen Titans Raven by Cami Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo. Yeah, I had seen this a while ago and I really wanted to get it. This is one where I believe Raven is like in high school and she is using her powers in more of a juvenile way than the way that we always see her fighting like her dad and like super dark forces. So I'm really interested to see her in that light. It's really cool to see Raven in her own like book slash comic book where she's the main focus on it, because sometimes she is overshadowed by the other Teen Titans, and I think it's really cool to see her navigating some social situations and just seeing her use her power in a way that is kind of like juvenile. But I don't know, I usually only see her or hear of her fighting like Dark Lords and like her dad and stuff like that, so I'm just curious to see how she's gonna do it in high school. So yeah. The next comics we have are going to be issue 2, 3, and 4. I did get issue 1, but they didn't have it at the comic book store, so I just ordered it online. So I'm just waiting for that to come in so I could start the series, and that's going to be Zatanna by Combo. Yeah, I'm really excited to go ahead and read some Zatanna books. She's a character that I know of from her powers and her helping out other characters, but I don't really know much about her, like her as a person, so that's why I'm really interested in learning about her. Yeah, she's really like popular and super famous in the DC world, but I just know of like her powers. I don't know of her as a person. And of course, like with comic books, like every comic is gonna have a different take on what their personality is, but I genuinely just don't even know what her like her bullet points are. So yeah, I'm really excited to delve into this character, so much so that I had watched a video that gave like if you want to know more about Zatanna, these are the 3 books that you should read, and this one was actually on there and it sounded really interesting, and it's Zatanna Bring Down the House. This is apparently a classic if you want to know the character, which I do, and it doesn't hurt that it's a hardcover and it's a really beautiful cover. So yeah, really excited to have this one as well. Okay, the next 2 I have, of course, we have to have some Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips in here. So to start off that kick, we have Kill or Be Killed by Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, and Elizabeth Brettweiser, and this is volume 3 and 4. I am such a fan of Elizabeth Brettweiser. I had read issue 1 and 2, which will be in my August wrap-up, and hopefully these 2 if I could finish them in time. But yeah, Elizabeth Brettweiser does the colors for Sean Phillips' drawings and art, and it is so beautiful. You could tell the difference really well compared to like just Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Elizabeth Brettweiser, she really just knows how to work the colors, and this is honestly hopefully the camera could do it justice, or me showing you, but the colors are so vibrant and mesmerizing that honestly it does play a factor in why I'm reading these and breezing through them so quickly. So yeah, Kill or Be Killed by Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, and Elizabeth Brettweiser, volume 3 and 4. Alright, this is one that was recommended to me by you guys, and I actually had it on my eye on it for like a little bit, but the comment that somebody had recommended just really was like the selling point for me to finally take the plunge. And it's going to be The Cult, the deluxe edition. This is a Batman comic. It's still in its plastic. I don't know much about this other than like it just seems really cool, and the cover kind of with the colors, it's reminded me a lot of City of Madness, and I don't know if it's going to be another take on like that storyline that they had done in that comic, or if it's going to be something completely new. But either way, I'm really excited to find out. Alright, the next one we have is going to be Jessica Jones Avenger. Of course I had to get a Jessica Jones comic. Yeah, I don't really know if I'm like going through her comics in order, but I'm having a really great time with them. I'm assuming this one is her just trying to become an Avenger and doing things in her not so Jessica Jones way and just doing it in the standard Avenger way. And I'm just really interested and reading about her take on it and like what drives her to do that, as well as like her actually being an Avenger. So yeah. All right, next up we have the Black Mirror Batman. Yeah, this one, it took me a minute to get my hands on. I had called a couple of comic book stores and it was at my local one, surprisingly, but when I had went there I couldn't find it, so I just like called and went in and got it. Yeah, this is a classic. It's by Scott Snyder, Jock, and Francisco Cavilla. On the cover it says, one of the greatest Batman epics I've ever read. So obviously I'm really excited to read it. I'm a huge fan of Batman, and yeah, the artwork looks pretty cool, and I'm really excited to see what characters are in this one and overall what the story is about. Alright, we are gonna go ahead and end the comic book haul with Night Fever by Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. I don't know anything about this, actually, surprisingly. I have not heard anybody really talk about this one. It does seem like it's more on the spookier side of their work, which, to be fair, even like the ones that aren't really promoted as being spooky or disturbing, like they still have that in there, so I think it's funny. So this one must be really interesting or really spooky for it to be right here in this little quote, and just to have the overall like dark masquerade scariest theme that they have for their cover. So yeah, I'm really excited to go into this blindly and just to see what it's about. And of course I think after the Kill or Be Killed series, I'm gonna need something to fill the Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips void. I could go ahead and continue it with Criminal Volume 2 or Fatale, but I think I might just want something a little light, and I believe this is a standalone, so this will probably be read immediately after Kill or Be Killed. Alright guys, that has been my birthday book slash comic book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me, and I will see you guys in my August wrap up. So bye.